Nelson Mandela spent more than 27 years in prison, but when he walked out, he did not choose revenge. He chose forgiveness. He did not use his pain to divide people. He used his pain to unite a nation. That is what made Mandela one of the most respected leaders in the world. His leadership was not built on fear. It was built on courage, patience, forgiveness, and purpose. Today, we will explore the leadership lessons we can learn from Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was a South African leader who became a global symbol of freedom, justice, and reconciliation. He fought against apartheid, a system of racial separation and oppression in South Africa. Because of his struggle, he was imprisoned for many years. But prison did not destroy his spirit. Instead, it shaped his leadership. Mandela became a leader who understood suffering, but also understood the power of peace. His story teaches us that real leadership is not only about winning power. Real leadership is about healing people, building trust, and creating a better future. Lesson 1. Lead with purpose, not ego. The first leadership lesson from Nelson Mandela is, lead with purpose, not ego. Mandela did not lead only because he wanted personal power. He led because he believed in freedom, dignity, and equality. This is important because many leaders become controlled by ego. They want attention, they want control, they want people to praise them. But Mandela showed a different kind of leadership. He focused on a mission bigger than himself. A leader with ego asks, how can I become more powerful? But a leader with purpose asks, how can I serve something greater than myself? That is why Mandela's leadership was powerful. His purpose gave him strength during difficult times. The lesson is simple. If your leadership is only about yourself, it will be weak. But if your leadership is connected to a greater purpose, people will follow with respect. Lesson 2. Courage is not the absence of fear. The second lesson is, courage is not the absence of fear. Mandela once explained that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. This means brave people are not people who never feel afraid. Brave people are people who continue doing what is right even when they are afraid. Mandela faced danger, prison, and uncertainty, but he did not allow fear to control his mission. This is a powerful lesson for modern leaders. Leadership does not mean you will never feel pressure. You may feel afraid. You may feel uncertain. You may face criticism. You may face difficult choices. But courage means you keep moving forward because the mission matters. A leader who waits until fear disappears may never act. Mandela teaches us that courage is action in the presence of fear. Lesson 3. Forgiveness is strength, not weakness. The third lesson from Mandela is, forgiveness is strength, not weakness. After spending more than 27 years in prison, many people would understand if Mandela became bitter. He had many reasons to hate. But instead of choosing revenge, he chose reconciliation. This does not mean he forgot injustice. It does not mean he accepted wrongdoing. It means he understood that revenge would keep the country trapped in hatred. Forgiveness allowed him to lead people toward healing. This is one of Mandela's greatest leadership lessons. Some people think forgiveness means weakness, but real forgiveness requires strength. It requires emotional control. It requires vision. It requires courage. Mandela understood that a nation cannot move forward if everyone stays trapped in anger. The lesson is simple. A great leader does not only fight enemies, a great leader also knows how to heal wounds. Lesson 4. Unite people, do not divide them. The fourth leadership lesson is, unite people, do not divide them. Mandela became powerful because he understood that leadership is not about creating more hatred. It is about bringing people together. South Africa was deeply divided. There was pain, fear, anger, and mistrust. Mandela knew that if he led with revenge, the country could become more broken. So he chose unity. He spoke to people on different sides. He tried to build a shared future. He showed that leadership is not only about representing one group. True leadership is about finding a way for people to live together with dignity. This lesson is very important today. Many people gain attention by dividing others, but real leaders build bridges. They create trust. They help people see a bigger future. Mandela teaches us that leadership should reduce hatred, not increase it. Lesson 5. Be patient with long struggles. The fifth lesson from Mandela is, be patient with long struggles. Mandela's journey was not fast. Change did not happen in one day. Freedom did not come easily. He had to endure years of struggle. sacrifice, and waiting. This teaches us that meaningful change often takes time. Many people give up because success does not come quickly. They want fast results, they want instant recognition, they want easy victory. But Mandela's life reminds us that important goals require patience. If the mission is important, you must be willing to continue even when progress is slow. Leadership is not only about energy, it is also about endurance. A leader must know how to survive long seasons of difficulty without losing hope. Mandela teaches us that patience is not weakness. Patience is strength over time. Lesson 6. Lead by example. The sixth lesson is lead by example. Mandela did not only speak about courage, forgiveness, and unity, he lived those values. That is why people respected him. Many leaders say beautiful words, but their actions do not match. Mandela's power came from consistency between his words and his life. If a leader talks about peace but acts with hatred, people will not trust him. If a leader talks about service but only seeks personal benefit, people will see the truth. If a leader talks about courage but runs from responsibility, people will lose respect. Mandela showed that leadership begins with personal example. People may listen to your words, but they believe your actions. The lesson is simple. Do not only tell people what is right, show them through your life. Lesson 7. Choose legacy over revenge. The seventh lesson from Mandela is choose legacy over revenge. Mandela could have used his power to punish people, but he chose to build a future. This is what made his leadership historic. Revenge may feel powerful in the moment, but legacy lasts longer. A leader who only thinks about revenge becomes trapped in the past. A leader who thinks about legacy builds for the future. Mandela wanted to leave behind more than political victory. He wanted to leave behind hope, dignity, reconciliation, and freedom. This is a powerful question for every leader. Do you want to be remembered for the damage you caused or for the healing you created? Mandela's story teaches us that the greatest leaders do not only win battles, they create meaning that lasts beyond their lifetime. Nelson Mandela's leadership teaches us that true strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength looks like patience. Sometimes strength looks like forgiveness. Sometimes strength looks like choosing peace when revenge feels easier. From Mandela's life, we can learn powerful leadership lessons. Lead with purpose, not ego. Act with courage even when you feel fear. Use forgiveness as strength. Unite people instead of dividing them. Be patient with long struggles. Lead by example, and choose legacy over revenge. Mandela reminds us that great leadership is not only about power, it is about character, courage, service, and the ability to heal people. So what lesson from Nelson Mandela inspires you the most? Comment your answer below. And if you want more inspiring life lessons from great leaders, subscribe to Motivated Tales.